So guys, I'm back from my recovery. Yesterday I had an appointment. I hope you guys remember the post that I made yesterday about my little bit of a recovery. But let's forget the past and work out in the present and behold the future. Speaking of past, we all know that there was a little bit of a war going on, or you can say the competition going on between the two famous singers in terms of the song writing and the lyrics. One of them was OLIVIA RODRIGO, while the other was TAILOR Swift. Today we are going to discuss about that by reacting to this video, something which will be something very, very serious, which you shouldn't joke about and which you shouldn't take it lightly if you're going to do anything that is going to be related to music or whatnot. So watch this video till the end, and I'm going to leave the entire video's link in the description below so that you can check it out. And if you want to see the entire video, you can simply click the link by going to the description box and put the link and watch the entire video. So hi guys, this is B Daniel and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to this video. Today we are going to react to the war going on between TAILOR Swift and OLIVIA RODRIGO. Before that, let me tell you what exactly what is it all about, because I didn't see the entire video. I promise I didn't see the entire video, but I just went through it a little bit. And what I understood was, first and foremost, OLIVIA RODRIGO was a very big fan of TAILOR Swift. She used to enjoy listening to TAILOR Swift songs. And second point is, she used to be the songwriter too, just like me. In case if you don't know about me, I am a songwriter. I mean, I just like the song as my hobby. So that's what she used to do. Plus she's a singer. Who? OLIVIA RODRIGO. So what exactly is going on? Let me get back to that. If you know that with song, I think Deja Vu and Good For You. One of them, I'm not sure which one, but with one of the songs was originally sung by I think the chorus in one of the songs of TAILOR Swift. OLIVIA RODRIGO wrote the same structure of the chorus. Even though the lyrics are different, the chords are different. Now what exactly is going on? Suppose, now here's one thing to keep in mind when you are a songwriter. The lyrics should not match, number one. Number two, the chords should not match. Chords, what do you call the progression. The progressions of the music of a song should not match. The progression may be same, but the arrangement should be different. Getting my point? The arrangement should be different. Number three, the structure of the song, or the tone of the song, or the pitch of the song should not match with any other artist or the singer or the musician or anything or anyone. It should not match. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, let me give you one example, a simple one. Okay, I'm sure you must have heard this song in a school music class. This one. The idea of female deer. Consider this line. Okay. The idea of female deer. And if I say that something like this, I am Daniel the best gamer. Getting my point? The tone is same, but the lyrics is different. This problem should not happen when you're writing a song, or when you're singing, or when you're composing your song. Otherwise, there will be a crash between that artist or that singer with you. And this is exactly what happened with Olivia Rodrigo, and she had to give half of her credit to Taylor Swift because she copyrighted the song of Taylor Swift. I think it's Deja Vu. I'm not sure, but I think it's that song. So simply what exactly happened was the lyrics were completely different, but the tone was the same. And there was a fight. There was a Coldwar going on between Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift. And this is exactly what we are going to watch and react, and I'm going to explain you what exactly happened, because for me especially, I'm going for music. I want to be a musician. But my point is, if I want to be a musician, I should not match up like what Olivia did. Because it's a question of $1 million. She had to share that $1 million with her. Even if you not consider $1 million, which is 10 times bigger than 1 million rupees, even if you say that you get 1 million rupees for your song, and simply because the tone of even the chorus or the fourth part or the second part or even the lead part, the lead part you do after for a while, it could be either in the middle of the song or in the beginning or in the end. The lead part you do, if it matches, you will be in a very big problem. And that's exactly what happened with Olivia Rodrigo, and we are going to be reacting to this video explaining what exactly happened. So stay tuned with me, stay tuned till the end of this video, because I will be explaining you exactly from my perspective what do I think about this entire scenario, because I'm going to be the judge of this entire scenario. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, what exactly do you think is happening? But when you will be doing it, after watching this entire video, because you don't want to get embarrassed, trust me. Anyway, before I proceed, I want you to do the 3 things. Number 1, press the like button. Number 2, press the subscribe button. And number 3, press the notification bell. Okay? And make sure that notification bell is ringing. And let's get started. The explanation of why there was a war going on between Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift, two of the fan favorite singers, female singers. Let's continue.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. Today we are talking about a very interesting topic. What happened between Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo? Now, if you're not familiar with the two, or you think that this is some silly Hollywood thing, I assure you it's not. Taylor Swift is a marketing genius, and there's a lot to learn from her and Olivia's friendship, or lack thereof. Keep watching until the end because I need you guys to answer this question. Did Taylor Swift deliberately try to block Olivia from charting and breaking her records? And we'll have a blast from the past with Katy Perry. Olivia Rodrigo was well known as the ultimate Swiftie. She's the Swiftie that made it big and in return got all the Swifties to support her, including their leader, Taylor Swift herself. But what happens when a fan suddenly occupies the #1 spot time after time again?
So as I told you, Olivia Rodrigo was also termed as Swiftie, meaning she was the huge fan of Taylor Swift. Now, this is initial scenario. Okay, the beginning. What exactly is going to happen is super interesting, but also super true. Because if you are going for if anyone watching this video is going for music, just like me, you have to keep this in mind that you do not want to mess this up. Otherwise, your entire career will go down the drain. Anyway, let's continue. Excuse me.
Including their leader, Taylor Swift herself. But what happens when a fan suddenly occupies the #1 spot time after time again and is deemed as competition? Shut it all down. Welcome to the story of Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift's dying friendship. Or at least that's what it seems like. That is what I wrote in February 2022 on my blog, and time has only reiterated that statement. If you guys want some inside tea, head over there to exposingsmg.com, but for now, let's keep it strictly professional. So it seems like Taylor and Olivia's friendship was put to a halt when the shady side of the business came up and millions were on the line. It all started when it was decided that Olivia's inspiration for her hit songs actually fall underneath the umbrella of sampling and interpolation, and as a result, Taylor and her writers, Hayley Williams and Joshua Farrow, should be credited as writers in the songs where Olivia had inspiration from. This inspiration could have been the lyrics, the instruments, how the bridge flows, the tempo, whatever it was. Everything was on the line and open for them to start claiming whatever Olivia had written. This, of course, cost Olivia millions of dollars because when someone is credited as a publisher, producer, or writer, the revenue is split between the artist and everyone else who worked on the song.
So what exactly is going on? Olivia Rodrigo, even though she used to be the singer, but most importantly, she used to be the fan of Taylor Swift. She used to get first and foremost, she got inspired with Taylor Swift. And then the entire fan got inspired by Olivia Rodrigo. Now, the tempo, the style of the song, the chord, the progression, everything was on the line. And it was the question of $1 million. I mean, come on, $1 million is a very big amount. You can't joke with that, trust me. You can't joke with that. You don't want to joke with that. If you joke with that, it's stupid. You get that.
It's why celebrities love ghostwriters. Paramore's Hayley Williams and Joshua Farrow were then included as songwriters on Good For You, in which Hayley reacted to the news on her Instagram story, saying, "Our publisher is wilding right now. Why? They're about to make millions." Keep in mind that they were not originally credited. Taylor and Jack Antonoff were also credited on Deja Vu because they argued that Deja Vu included interpolation of Taylor's song Cruel Summer. Usually,
Yeah. So this is exactly what I mean by the tone of the music. Like something similar happened over here about the Oliver Rodrigo's published Deja Vu. You know what originally written by Taylor Swift, Cruel Summer. Sounds pretty interesting. Don't you agree? Let me just cut this.
if an artist samples something, rightful credit is given and all that business mumbo jumbo is dealt with before the record goes public. So for someone to be added on later after the song's success implies that they had to basically come up with a blueprint to show that this inspiration should actually be rightfully credited. This happens a lot, and you might be familiar with this in regard to Ariana Grande. Many people accused her of taking
So Ariana Grande also had to go through the same trauma. You know, Ariana Grande, she also used to go through the same. She also went through the same situation, the same problem. Like every single music artist out there, you have to be very, very careful. Because if one small part, even out of 100% of the song, even 1%, if it matches with someone else's song, your entire $1 million is gone to drain. Because $1 million is not a small amount, trust me. Even if you are a billionaire, even if you are a millionaire, still I'm telling you, $1 million is not a small amount.
inspiration from their work and saying that she should credit them for sampling their work. This was around the time that Ariana released 7 Rings. But eventually, nobody got added onto the credits and it was just shrugged off. But not in the case of Olivia. And I think this case specifically has a lot to do with public opinion as well, because Misery Business went viral on TikTok due to the comparisons between Good For You. So, what are you gonna argue with public opinion? So obviously Olivia was probably pissed and annoyed when she was basically forced to give writing credit on her own work, because Olivia looked at it as
So basically, it's either Taylor Swift copied Olivia's work or Olivia copied Taylor Swift. I'm not sure what is going on, but it seems pretty interesting. So keep watching.
as I was inspired, but I took something and I made it my own. And Olivia and her team basically confirmed that something went on behind the scenes that was kinda shady. This can be seen in what she said in her Time interview. Olivia said, "It was really frustrating to see people discredit and deny my creativity." Meanwhile, her producer Dan said, "It seems like people get funny about things when songs become really popular." So he's implying that they were only approached after the songs became popular. This led Olivia to say it was a lesson in business. To Olivia, it probably was a pressurizing situation for her, and it seemed like older artists in the game wanted to capitalize off of her. For more context, here is more of what Olivia said. "At the end of the day, I'm just really proud and happy to say that my job is being a songwriter. All music is inspired by each other. Obviously, I write all of my lyrics from my heart and my life first. I came up with the lyrics and melody for Good For You one morning in the shower. What's so beautiful about music is that it can be so inspired by music that's come out in the past. Every single artist is inspired by artists who have come before them. It's sort of a fun, beautiful sharing process. Nothing in music is ever new. There are 4 chords in every song. That's the fun part, trying to make that your own. So basically, it seems like she's emphasizing that everyone gets inspiration from others and that nothing in music is ever new. She's also
So, what is going on is basically, first and foremost, we have seen that good for you to get inspired writing that song in the shower. I mean, you can get inspired if you're an artist. It could be a dancer, it could be a painter, it could be a singer, it could be a musician, pretty much any artist. You can get inspired in whatever way you can, in however way you can. Doesn't have to be judged by the society. My point is, whatever is going on is, there is a little bit of a competition going on between Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift. Let's keep on watching because the next part will be extremely juicy and interesting.
emphasizing that she is a songwriter and regardless of the credits, what she came up with was her own. It seems like there's a little peephole in that statement, showing us more of what went on behind the scenes. Olivia even seemed to defend herself directly from Taylor by saying, "I came up with the one step forward concept and I sort of wrote a verse and a chorus. I was in the car on a road trip and when I got home, I decided to sing it over the chords of New Year's Day. I think they're really beautiful chords. I was lucky enough to get that approved and it's on the record." So she got it approved and later on, Taylor was added to the credits. And because Olivia was deemed as such a huge quirky fan, that narrative was easy to run with and be like, well yeah, obviously you are clearly inspired, now give me my share of the profits. Sampling and
Okay. Now, like deja vu, once she was on a road trip, while returning home, she just wrote something of her own, like, how she's feeling about the scenario, about whatever thing is going on around her. Basically, there, like, one more thing you should consider and you should keep in mind while writing or while producing or while even singing or even composing music is you may like the tone of a particular song or a particular chord or a particular line, but you should be absolutely careful. It's like investing in a song, it's like investing in a stock $1 million. It could either go up to 2 million or it could go below, and you end up getting zero. So that's exactly is going on, and that's what Olivia did. And she pretty much have to lose that $1 million. But she said, I don't want to share my credit. But in my opinion, you should. I mean, it could differ. If you are a professional songwriter or professional singer, you should be very precise while writing the song or writing down the lyrics. As a musician, it's your job of doing that. You can't afford to mess it up. Let's continue.
inspiration is a very confusing thing in music because ain't nobody gonna invent a new genre or a new chord progression. A few artists also came to Olivia's defense saying that it's a gray area and basically that it's almost impossible to purely create new music and chord progressions. And if we have any musical heads watching this, weigh in the comments down below. Now after all that drama erupted, there was a change in Olivia's behavior. She was no longer the Swiftie fangirl that everybody loved her for being. She stopped acting like Taylor Swift's baby and more like an artist in her own respectful light. Now it's funny because when Olivia first blew up on TikTok with Driver's License, she was recruited to promote Taylor, who was at the time releasing Fearless, Taylor's version. This was even before...
Okay. So, this is when it got interesting. When she wrote and published the song called Driver's License, at that same time, Taylor published her own song just to attract the crowd which she had snatched all her fans away from her towards Taylor Swift. Now, why? Well, we know that there was a war going on between Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift, and since then, Olivia was so pissed off that she was no longer the fan of Taylor Swift, and then she began to act like she was Olivia herself. This is why as a musician you have to keep that in mind that you no need to copy others. You just have to be yourself. And this is one important lesson for everybody, for all of us to learn that you should be yourself. Not only in music, but in anything that you do in life. Anything that you say in life, you have to be yourself. When it comes to creating or when it comes to being an artist, you have to be yourself. This is one important lesson that at least I have learned from my side, that you have to be yourself. No need to pretend like any other person, because you might end up being destroyed by that person.
Olivia and Taylor
Wait, I'm not done.
officially met. Then if you look at the timeline, you start seeing that Olivia was breaking records that Taylor set, and then it seemed like Taylor started strategically releasing music around the same time as Olivia to boot her out of the top spots.
So this is exactly what I was talking about. There's something called competition. Okay, so competition is what is revolving around you, like the Earth and all the other planets revolve around the sun. But the sun is the only source of light. You can't, and it does not move by the other planet that revolves around it. Similarly, you should not be moved by anybody or anyone that says or does anything against you. You should not be moved. You have to be brave, you have to be strong to face it, that yes, I can do it. Got it?
Me to my question. Did Taylor deliberately try to block Olivia from charting and breaking her records? When Olivia released Good For You in May of 2021, it debuted at #1 on Billboard and broke multiple records. In June, she released her debut studio album, Sour, and that's when she broke Taylor's own records. Olivia broke the record for most songs in the top 10 at one time by a woman on Billboard's streaming songs chart. And this surpassed Taylor's record, which was 6. Here we are in real time, and Taylor just released her Midnight album, which broke records for occupying the top 10 spots on Billboard, something that has never been done before. And she released a bunch of anti-hero remixes to keep it at the #1 spot. Is this Taylor trying to set new records since Olivia originally broke her old records? Debate in the comments. Now back to the Sour release era because it gets interesting. Olivia released Sour on May 21st in 2021, and it debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200 chart on the
So basically, again, coming up like there's another thing that in my opinion is very important. Not only an artist, for anything that you do. For example, if you are a poet, okay, if you are a poet, you have to respect other policemen. If you are, let's say, an artist or a musician, let's say you're a musician. For example, say I'm a drummer. But me myself being a drummer, I have to respect the guitarist, the pianist, the singer, the songwriter, the director, the producer, the composer. I mean, every professional musician can also be a composer too. But the point is, you have to respect others, and even if you are a singer, you have to respect other singers too, and not go against it. Because the more you respect others, the more people will respect you. This is another thing that you should keep in mind, and this is what I've learned watching this video. I mean, I used to respect others, but when someone said anything terrible to me, I used to argue with them. I used to grumble like a baby, but you shouldn't do that. You are a singer and you are on a music platform. If other ABC or XYZ person is also a singer, but he or she is also on the music platform, you should not try to kick him out of the music platform. Be yourself, man. Be yourself.
Week of June 5th, 2021. So what did Taylor do? She released the vinyl version of Evermore, her album which was released in December 2020, and wrote, "You can get it at your fave indie record store, Target, Walmart, and Amazon. And if you're feeling even more generous, go ahead and stream it too." And because of this, Evermore bumps Sour down to number 2 the following week and occupies the number 1 spot despite being at number 74 the week before, and it had no chance of being anywhere near the number 1 spot if it wasn't for the strategic vinyl release. The New York Times wrote at the time, Taylor Swift's Evermore vaults to number 1 with a vinyl bump, taking advantage of a Billboard chart tweak in how sales of physical albums are counted. The singer-songwriter's 6-month-old album returned.
So basically, this is what happened. When you try to challenge anyone, when you try to hate anyone, because it's like tick for tap. You hate anyone, that person will hate you. You love anyone, that person will love you. You clap anyone, that person will clap you. If you mock that person will mock you. Similarly, that's exactly what's going on over here.
To the top. This was an obvious snub, as headlines wrote, Taylor Swift sandbags Olivia Rodrigo with record-breaking vinyl release and retakes number 1 with Evermore. Sour finally made it back to number 1 in its 5th week after battling new releases by Lil Baby, Lil Durk, and Polo G in the following weeks.
So basically, three singles: Lil Baby, Lil Durk, and Polo G. There are 3. I think the band or the single. I'm not sure. I think they're band of musicians. They all were challenging Olivia Rodrigo, and Olivia was battling with them left and right with her music. And on the 5th week, she got her album called Star to be the number 1 spot.
Turned back to number 1, Evermore slid down to number 21. After this chart battle, that's when Taylor Swift, Hayley Williams, Jack Antonoff, and more were credited on Olivia's songs, and as a result, Olivia lost millions.
Who could have thought? who could have thought? So, if you want to be a songwriter or a composer or a musician or simply a singer, you have to make sure that whatever you do, it should be out of the box. It should be completely different. It should be like I created myself. But guys, but you may argue that there is something called as the remixing. Why people do remixing nowadays? Well, I have one explanation for that, which is now let's say if I simply go for Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Perfect, you know that, right? Perfect. If I want to remix that, I have to first and foremost get a copyright permission from the original artist, which in my opinion is so difficult nowadays to get the permission. It would minimum take 1 month just for the permission, because minimum roughly calculated there are over 50 videos on that song. Some of them are the original videos, some of them are the lyrics, some of them are karaoke, some of them are chords, some of them are covers. Minimum there are 50. And 50 videos from, let's say 10. No, not 10. Yeah, 10. Might be more, but let's say 10 YouTube channels. Who has so much time, patience and energy to search all the 10 YouTube channels and get the permission from all 10? And what are the chances of you getting permission from all the 10? Because if you make one YouTube channel or one church that didn't give you permission to remix the song, you would lose a very big amount, something like $1 million, which is not a joke.
What do you guys think? Now,
Okay, did you get the screenshot? Hang on. Please. Thank you.
I already have my own opinion since I got inside tea about the story a while back, and if you guys want to know the inside tea, check out my article, which I'll link in the description box. In my humble opinion, it definitely did seem like Taylor didn't like someone breaking her records, especially when that someone is a fan who drew a lot of similarities toward her.
So that is what so that is the only logical conclusion you can get from this entire scenario. If you want to be on a music line or any other artist, you have to be very cautious while what you're doing and how you're doing, because every single person is different. All 5 fingers are not the same. Do you agree that, right? So all 5 fingers are not the same. If one musician, if one singer is nice and gentle and calm, doesn't mean the second person is different. Every person has his or her own opinion, which you cannot force that person, because everyone has a right to speak their own opinion and you have no right to control that person's opinion.
At the 2022 Grammys, Olivia won 3 Grammys, and she posed with them later on the carpet like most Grammy winners do. There, she dropped one and broke it, which reminded people of the time a
Okay. I'm going to take the screenshot of this one also because this one is more suitable. Please. Thank you.
Young Blondie did the same. That Young Blondie was Taylor Swift in 2010. Both dropped one
I'm going to keep this. This is perfect. This is my final verdict that I'm going to keep the thumbnail for it. Okay, now both of them got something called granny, sweet granny, but both of them broke one, but thrown down, and broke up, and both of them ended up regretting and surprisingly making faces identically, which made fans coming up with their own theory that both of them are pretty much the same person, were pretending to be the same person but were not the same person because both of them had a little bit of a cold war going on against each other, which is very fascinating to think about.
and made the same exact shocked expression, which led the media to write, Olivia Rodrigo does a Taylor Swift and breaks Grammy Award minutes after receiving it.
Nope.
Both dropped one Grammy and made the same exact shocked expression, which led the media to write, Olivia Rodrigo does
I'm going to keep this.
a Taylor Swift and breaks Grammy Award.
Okay, so this is important. OLIVIA RODRIGO does a Taylor Swift and breaks Grammy Award minutes after receiving it. So what exactly happened? Let's read this all together. OLIVIA RODRIGO accidentally broke one of her Grammy Award minutes after being given it as she dropped it on the floor. It followed a similar thing which happened to Taylor Swift at the 2010 ceremony.
Minutes after receiving it. They're also kind of dressed similarly. What do you guys think? I like Taylor, but I know when she's being petty, and her dropping some vinyl edition of Evermore the week after Sour debuts at #1 and blocks it from a second week at #1, it reminded me a lot of when Katy Perry released Witness, and that same week, Taylor put her entire catalog on Spotify after complaining for years about streaming sites not valuing her art.
So basically, I think Taylor lost. In my honest opinion, Taylor lost. Why? Because Taylor was like, because on the screen you can see that Taylor had to literally change herself and had to become like Katy, don't know, but said something what happened. Let's read it together. It is not the first time Swift has spoken out against streaming music. She pulled her entire catalog from Spotify last November and had refused to offer 1989 on streaming service, saying the business has shrunk the number of paid album sales drastically. So I want you guys to tell me in the comment section below what can you infer from that? What you guys think of what exactly happened to Taylor Swift?
No, seriously, Taylor pulled her music from streaming sites in 2014 after accusing them of not valuing her art, and she was also notorious for complaining about streaming sites and how she doesn't like them. Look at her now, dropping 90 million versions of a single and urging fans to stream it. Even the media caught onto it back in the day with TMZ questioning her motive and calling her petty. Taylor also ended up outperforming Katy on Spotify. So much for women's empowerment, am I right? And if you ask me, I'm a firm believer in Taylor ruining Katy's career, and Taylor oddly has the energy to fight back, take a few months off, brainstorm, regroup, and then destroy everyone in her way. She's a very interesting person, and if you want to learn more about Taylor, check out our As a Person post that will be linked in the description box below. That's all for this video. If you guys want more Taylor Swift...
Okay, so this is what happened. So at the end of all of this Coldwar, I think Taylor Swift lost because you saw that she had to literally change. Her entire album business was going down simply because her fans were slowly were going away from her attention and going towards OLIVIA RODRIGO. So guys, this is all I've got for you for today. If you like this video, make sure you press the like button, press the subscribe button, press the notification bell, and if you want to see the full video, I'm going to leave this video at the link in the description box below. So that's all for today, and let's all celebrate that my ear and my fever also went down. Yesterday and day before yesterday was 100 degrees, and I went to the doctor and took some medicine, and today I woke up, the fever went away. So let's all celebrate, and I'm back finally. So tomorrow again, from today onwards, every day one video will be coming, and I have so much stuff planned for you. So if you want to see all of that, make sure you not forget doing the tweeting. Again, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and put the notification bell. And I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. So bye bye, take care, all the best. All the best for me, with me all the best. And for you, what you do, bye bye, take care, have a nice day.